Hello, Capricorn. So this is your reading for March 2022. Basically, top row is the overall feel of the month, and then we go week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. And obviously, tarot, it blends. Things don't always just have a set cutoff date once you hit Sunday or Monday. Sometimes things kind of like blend and kind of mush together. So there you go. Okay, so now let's get started. So first up, you have the Page of Wands. And this card is about new beginnings, but it's about the initial stages of taking action in something new. And the pages often represents like young energy, childlike enthusiasm. They're kind of like excited about something, but they don't really know everything about it quite yet because they are represented as a young person. But this could be really represent anybody or at the beginning of this journey that you're going on. So next card you have is the King of Swords. He represents intelligence. He's an authoritative figure, but he is able to be fair and rational with his decisions. He's a problem solver. He's ready to handle anything that comes to him. He's decisive and flexible. So he's in this position where like he is kind of more in control and he's more of that decisive energy of decision making, I should say. So then you have Knight of Wands. Now the Knight of Wands is about actions. The Wand suits is about actions. And so the Knight of Wands he's like super enthusiastic. He's decided he's going to do something. He's on his way and he's like enthusiastic about it. It can indicate you got to watch that you're not being super impulsive because he can be a little impulsive because he just wants to get going. But he's like fast paced and it's passion, it's adventure, it's impulsiveness. And he just wants to move forward and give all his energy towards his goal. So that's the top row. So now let's get into the bottom row and then we're going to smush everything together. So first week you have Death. Dun dun dun. Okay, we'll end the reading here because you're done. You're done, Capricorns. This is it. This is where it's over for you. No, I'm just joking. So Death is about transformation. It's about kind of closing one door, and as you close one door, another door always opens. Or you finish one cycle, another cycle starts. So this is about closing something. And typically this shows up when you need to make a change. So it's not usually like a tower moment where all of a sudden sudden change just happens to you. This is something that it's been coming. Typically, I think it's been coming. It's about transformation and going in new directions. So then week 2, you have the Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups is all about moving on, abandoning something or someone. It could represent chasing a dream, but it really is like he's disappointed in something. He doesn't feel like he has everything he needs. In the image, one of the cups is missing. So that's kind of like he's looking for that missing cup, or he's ready to abandon everything he has here because he feels like there's something better for him elsewhere. He just knows he needs to make a change. So he's off on his journey to find that. So then you have week 3, you have Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is kind of like romantic. He can be a lover. He's very emotional, creative, has imagination. And this really could indicate like a connection to somebody or some type of emotional investment that you're going to be putting into something, but it has your emotions. It's kind of like your heart and your feelings involved in it. It's not like your thoughts or anything, but it's also something that you really want to do. It can symbolize a dream or idea, but you aren't rushing into it. Like he's not going to spill his cup. He's kind of he has this dream, he has this idea, but he's not spilling his cup. Like some of the other knights, they're just like, they're going to spill everything that they got. They probably didn't even put their shoes on to go on their journey. But this guy is like, you know what? I want to do this, but I have to do this strategically, I guess, more or less. He doesn't want to rush in too crazy. He wants to enjoy the moment, I guess. So anyway, then you have the Queen of Pentacles to close out your month. Now, she's all about being practical, responsible, caring. She's business savvy. She's good with finances. She's very nurturing and providing for the family. This could represent the breadwinner of the family, and it could be male, female, whatever the energy is. It doesn't matter. It just represents kind of that nurturing, caring, almost like that motherly figure, but also, I guess, in a sense, the financial supporter as well in some things. So she kind of has it all going for her. But she can address situations that come up in the most practical ways. Like, she doesn't overthink things. She kind of figures things out almost in like the most simplistic way you can that works. So she's very, very practical. She's all about being practical. She definitely is a thrift shopper. She like loves those thrift stores. That's definitely what she's about. But she also can represent being able to successfully juggle many different aspects in life, because she's kind of holding down the fort at home, but she's also nurturing and being there emotionally supportive for her family, and while being financially supportive for her family as well. So she has everything going on for her. Okay. So now, kind of putting everything together, I think the larger monthly feel for you is, so the Page of Wands, they are about, new stuff. Like, they have like something, wands are about actions. So this is something you might have had an inspiration or something that excites you in a sense that you might try, or something might happen. Somebody might come to you and it has something to do with a new idea or something that you want to kind of get started on. So they are more about action. So this is something that you're not just going to sit and think about. It's something that you're going to kind of want to potentially move on with, because you have a lot of movement in your reading as well. Like, pretty much everything is movement. I guess she's more solid, but everything else is kind of, and he's thoughts, but these ones are all represent movement as well. But so I think something sparks your interest. And then with the King of Swords, I would see him in this situation as being decisive. He's super decisive. Like, he just knows what he wants and he goes after it. Like, he just knows. He's very logical. So he's very decisive. So to me, this is saying that something sparked your interest. You're interested in actually doing something. You're new at it. You might not, because you're still a page in this, you might not know exactly how to go forward with it or how it's going to turn out, but you're willing, through the King of Swords, to kind of decide you're taking that journey. Like, you're deciding here that you're going to do it. You're going to try. You're going to figure it out. Because he's ready to handle the situations that comes his way. And I feel like the Knight of Wands is, you're going, like, you're definitely speeding along a little bit, maybe. Like, you're definitely taking action on it. So I feel like you're having something new, a little spark of newness come, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to do it. And then you start on it. And within that journey, because I feel like all of these have to relate to really this bigger picture here, I feel like this situation up here could be making you feel like you have to leave something behind. Because here you have transformation, the end of something, and then you have moving on. So I feel like there's something, whatever it is, to start this journey, you have to leave something behind. So I feel like first week you're deciding, or you're transitioning into whatever this could be. Either if you're finding more information, or you're leaving a job or something, or it could be like you're leaving a relationship. And then you're transitioning because something was not fulfilling. Like, this guy is not leaving because he's happy with all his cups. He's not happy. He's missing something. So it's not fulfilling to him. He doesn't see it as fulfilling. So whatever this is, you're just not fulfilled, and it's just time for you to move on. So with the Knight of Cups, I feel like this decision up here to move forward with something might have been quick. It could have been, to me, this is like quick energy. So I feel like it just started, and then you quickly decide to do it, and then you started to move forward in the new direction. But I do think by week 3, the Knight of Cups, to me, he's a little bit more careful. Like, he's still led with his heart and his emotions. Like, this is something he wants to do because cups are all about emotions. But I feel like he's a little bit more careful. He doesn't want to spill his cup. He wants to get across wherever he wants to go with his cup intact. Like, I don't know what beverage is in that cup, but I feel this guy. Let me tell you, there has been some cups I didn't want to spill either. So I think he's having that situation happen. Whatever works, buddy. Anyway, so he doesn't want to spill his cup. So I feel like this is you at this point by week 3 being a little bit more aware potentially of the steps forward, you know, the actions that you probably have to take to have whatever change long lasting, and not even just long lasting, but beneficial to you. And I think this is you kind of taking a second to be a little bit more like, you want to do it, you're emotionally invested in it at this point, but you're also kind of keeping your head a little bit clearer with it and realizing that, you know what, my heart's there, I'm going with it, I'm happier this direction, but I don't want to be too reckless in a sense. So now the Queen of Pentacles, she's all about kind of that practical, caring, you know, good with the finances. So I feel like this is a fantastic way to end the month, this kind of Queen of Pentacles situation, because I think it's going to kind of, in a sense, I don't want to say come full circle, but to me, she's like somebody that, in a sense, in my mind, like she has everything kind of going for her in a sense. Like she's financially, she's good. She has the caring and the nurturing. So I feel like this is kind of coming, whatever it is going on, it comes full circle, and you're in a better position at the end of the month. It could be financially. This could just be kind of having that stableness feeling, because I feel like the Pentacles, to me, it's also a feeling because they're more of the monetary aspects of the tarot, but sometimes that having that like financial stability or that kind of stable feeling is amazing. It's priceless. Okay. So I think that's a great way to end out the month. It's a little bit more settled. I feel like you're ending the month. You might be starting a little bit quickly, but you're ending it a little bit more, maybe more settled. Like, for instance, he's walking away from something, and then this guy's moving towards something too with the horse. And then she's sitting. So I think it's kind of like you'll be able to maybe even just get a little bit of a break by the end of the month, because you'll be, no, I don't want to say where you want to be, because I think that's a huge statement to make, but I think you'll be a little bit more comfortable with the decision or whatever went up here. I feel like this is saying that you're going to be a little bit more comfortable in that decision or in that space for you. So I think that's fantastic. So let's kind of delve a little deeper, shall we? I have a hoard over here of tarot cards, so I shall begin with the hoard. Let's see what you guys get. Okay, so we're going to start first with the Daily Crystal. Okay, Daily Crystal. One card for my Capricorns, please. One card for my... Okay, that came out. Ooh. You got... Oh, look at this. You got Lemurian Quartz. Practical patience. Oh, look at that. I feel like the patience kind of a little bit comes in with here, because I feel like he's taking his time a little bit. You know, he's not going crazy. Like, the Knight of Wands is super speedy. The Knight of Swords is just like, he's just like Superman. He's flying across. But this guy, he's a little bit more practical, and maybe practical patience because he's not trying to spill his cup. So I feel like this is going to go between these two or around this area. So I think that's really super fitting with that. That's definitely going with her. She's practical. We're going to put her right there. So that's great. So you got practical patience. Look at that. And you know what? This could be saying that whatever change or whatever is going on up here, it's going to take time to really grow it the way you want. Because the Page of Wands, you're not going to go from the Page of Wands to being like the King of Wands, or having the full completion of the cycle. I mean, maybe within a month you could. You never know. But realistically, sometimes if you start something new, it does take a little while, depending on what it is, to really achieve the success or the growth of whatever. And I feel like this is just saying, you know, you got to have that practical patience. And I think that is really great advice. So let us continue. So I'm going to do these ones next. These are your Chakra Oracle cards, I think. Let's see what it has to say for you. Okay, one card for my Capricorns. One card for my Capricorns, please. Oh, victim. Oh. Ooh. The plot thickens. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, so let me just check. I want to see what this has to say in the its little guide. Let's see. Where did I put that? Oh, here it is. Victim. I wonder if maybe this change, maybe this sudden kind of spark started from something that you feel was a little, and that could be, let me just take a look for a second. Hold on a second here. Let me just see. Sometimes the words on these ones are not quite what's in the description. So we're going to see if this is the case for this little guy. Oh my God. Okay, so here we go. The green acorn indicates that being in denial may be holding you back. To move forward, you must make an honest assessment of your situation. Key ideas: feeling blocked, blaming others, past resentment, deluding yourself, potential for greatness. So that is very interesting. So I'm going to put him, I think it's going through this way. I think it's between this and this. I think you might have a spark or something and you're deciding that you need to change, and you start to make the changes. You're definitely making the changes. But I wonder, this could be the reason why you're making the changes. Whatever's going on here, this something holding you back, you needing to move forward and be honest with yourself. Whatever this is for you, this could be, I'm going to put this up here because I feel like this could be what's this whole situation may be indicating. So let me continue. So let me get, these are your illuminated tarot cards. So let's get one card for my Capricorns. One card for my Capricorns. One card. Okay. Okay, so you have the Ace of Swords, I guess. But in this, these ones are a little bit like they're designed almost kind of tarot-ish, but playing cards-ish. They're just a little bit of a, if tarot cards and playing cards had a baby, this is what this would be. Let me go check out what the Ace, because here it's the Ace of, is that Spades? Yeah, those are Spades. I don't play regular cards, so I always forget. Okay, Ace of Spades. Let me take a look what that says for you, my Capricorns. I was going to make like a really stupid kind of... Okay, Capricorns, acorns. You see that here? You see that? No, I know that's ridiculous, but whatever. It came into my mind and I felt like I had to let you know about that. I don't know if you've ever heard that before, but I just invented it if you never did. You hear it first here. No, I'm just joking. So I just couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself, Capricorns. I know that has nothing to do with anything, but to me, it makes me happy that it's like kind of for you guys and you got the acorn, even though it's like a victim thing, which isn't like best. But okay, where was I going with this? Ace of Spades. Okay, so this is focus and clarity. This card represents focus and clarity. So I think that's really, really great. See, to me, he's like super focused. So I think I would probably associate this with him because now you're being focused, you're making the decision. And anytime you make any decisions on anything, you have to stay focused because everything you do, there always is some obstacles going forward. There's always some shenanigans that happens. Nothing ever just kind of goes, 100% smoothly. And if it does, you need to tell me your secrets because there's always some shenanigans, I feel. Okay, so anyway, now we're going to do your energy oracles. Here we go. One card for my Capricorns, please. One card for my Capricorns. One card for my Capricorns. I don't know if you could hear that. The cat is snoring in the background. She's sweet. She always wants to hang out. She's sweet, but she's like, she snores. It's okay. I probably snore too. Anyway. Okay, so one card for my Capricorns. You guys don't want to talk to me today? Come on, cards. Come on. Okay, hold on. These guys, come on, buddies. One card, guys. One card for the Capricorns. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, so you got second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Okay, so let me just see what she has to say for you. She is 36. So she's all about promoting inspired creativity and greater comfort with intimacy. Really? Let me go on. This is not that kind of reading. This is not that kind of card either. But anyway. Okay, so when this card appears upright, it's urging you to get creative. Let yourself reach out into unexplored areas of self-expression and new projects that may have a more creative approach. This is also a time when the energies of closeness with others and nurturing yourself can flow more freely. You can now open yourself to an emotional intimacy that may be coming your way. So nurture yourself and be ready to receive the affections and camaraderie of the resonant souls around you. So I think this is really fitting because I feel like this is definitely, I feel like this could be going a little bit with this kind of victim card, because wasn't it about being more or less in your being in denial of something, so, and holding yourself back. So she's all about kind of opening yourself up and feeling like the love and everything. And cups here, you have a lot of cup cards, and those are about emotions too. So I feel like this could be a creative spark happening for you. And then as you move forward, whatever change this is, this could be really like also an emotional level. Obviously there's action, you're deciding to change, you're moving forward, but this could be something that's kind of like more of like an emotional change, because it's going to bring more solid foundation for you moving forward. So I think that's fantastic. I really think that's great. Okay, so let me continue with everything. So where am I next now? Where am I next? So I'm going to do your Halloween Oracle. We're going to find out what Halloween Oracle has to say for you guys. Okay, one card for my Capricorns, please. One card for my Capricorns. One card for my Capricorns. One card for Capricorns. One card for Capricorns. Okay, something came up, Capricorns. Okay. Ooh, you got trick or treat, mischief and play. So let me just take a look at what that wants to say to you. Oh, I just totally screwed everything up. It's okay. It says, should you receive the trick or treat card in your divination, it may well be a time to examine the role of play and mischief in your own life. You don't have to be a child to let go and have some playtime, and you can extend the fun to others. Sometimes we are afraid to make mistakes, and play is one way to alleviate the pressure that we sometimes place on ourselves to get everything perfect every time. Alternatively, it is worth knowing that there is a balance between manipulation and mischief. The former is not pleasant, and the other has, at its core, a sense of irreverent fun. Okay, so I feel like this is kind of like you have to maybe trick-or-treating to me. Obviously, it's kind of like, I don't want to say childlike stuff, but it's that kind of fun. You know, you're dressing up, you're going out. Will the neighbors scare you? What kind of candy are you going to get? You know, it's just that fun. It's just fun. So I definitely can see where it could be fun, but then if you were with the wrong crowd, with the riffraff out there, like you could get into mischief. So this could also be saying that you could take this a few different ways. I feel like this could be saying that entertain a little bit more of your childlike ways, or something that you feel fun. Like the Page of Wands is still a youthful energy. So maybe you need to kind of tap into your youthfulness a little bit, or things that you used to enjoy when you were younger, or when you had less responsibilities, let's put it that way, because it doesn't necessarily mean you need to be like when you were like super young. It could be something at time where things were lighter for you. And I feel like this could say that having a break and doing something that you used to enjoy that maybe got put on the shelf for a little while because of responsibilities and everything else, it could do you wonders. I think it could help, like with this inspiration here, and it could kind of like, sometimes you have a little bit break, or you do something a different way. You kind of like, you take some time to almost like get away from your everyday routine. And then when you come back to it, even if it's just a short period of time, like you come back to it, and sometimes like you can re-look at everything and you can be like, okay, you know what? That wasn't quite working. I don't really need to do it like that. I could just kind of rework it, because I feel like whatever this kind of play energy or this mischief play thing, I feel like, I wonder if it's kind of, in a sense, if you connect maybe with a time in your life that was a little less heavy, this, I feel like this acorn, the Capricorn acorn, is, if it's all about being in denial and having that victim mentality and kind of being stuck, maybe this little mischief and play, because this is kind of lighthearted to me. I mean, obviously you don't want to have mischief or whatever, but to me this is always like more of a lighthearted feeling. But I love Halloween. I've always loved Halloween. So anything on Halloween is like a lighthearted feeling. So for me personally, but for me, this is saying that maybe you need to kind of connect a little bit with that lightheartedness a little bit and kind of reassess what's going on, and it's going to help you kind of through this. And because she's about compassion as well, and she was about kind of other people too. So I feel like this, because when you trick or treat, typically you go with other people. So I wonder if there's somebody that you haven't connected with in a while, or you haven't talked to in a while, that kind of brought you back to that kind of, I don't want to say that playful energy, but maybe they themselves make you feel a little, I don't want to say playful, but I don't want to say not as an adult or whatever, because like that's not, just a little lighter. Like when you talk to them, they just make you feel a little lighter. So it could be saying, for me, I'm taking this that maybe you need to find your little trick or treat feeling again, or that kind of mischief, or talk to somebody. Because if this is about kind of talking to people and kind of letting other people in, it could be you might want to kind of find somebody or talk to somebody in your past or whatever that gave you that feeling that wasn't so like heavy, because sometimes we need a break from everything. Okay, that's just all I was getting for that one. So I don't know if that made any sense, but I want to do, this is your mirror, your dark mirror oracle deck. And sometimes these are very, the book, I really like these. I love them. They're creepy and everything. I love them. Love the creepiness. The book is a little abstract, and sometimes I am not the most abstract thinker, but I will piece this together. It's not going to stop me from using these cards, let me tell you. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no. Okay, here we go. One card for my Capricorns. One card for my Capricorns, please. One card for my Capricorns. One card for my Capricorns. One card for the Capricorns. Okay, come on, guys. One card. You guys don't want to talk to me tonight. What's going on? Come on. Okay, there we go. Anger and Chains. Okay, so this one. So this deck is broken up into the the 5 stages of grief. So this is in the anger stage. And it says, anger is not the road to clarity. Basically, it's the loss of reason. It's the loss of restraint. So this card, it's saying that anger is also freedom. So I think what this is, it's almost like a duality. I think this is saying, in order to fully be free of anger, you need to break the chains. But in order to break the chains, you need to go through the motions and feel the anger. So it's very interesting. It's almost like one can't happen without the other and vice versa. So it's interesting that you got this one, this anger and chains, and then you also got the victim about the holding you back, being in the denial, this kind of victim idea here. Because the death card is more of it's obviously a major arcana card. So when you get the major arcanas, that's more something stronger happening in your life. That's like more prevalent than maybe some of the other cards. So I think there was something you definitely, this spark here could have been definitely triggered with whatever these things, because I'm taking these ones, I should have mentioned it before. I'm sorry. These ones are kind of all negative. Let's put it this way. It's negative. No, but this deck is designed to almost like show you your shadow self or the issues that you're resisting or the underlying problem. So this is, for me, this is saying this is going to be kind of what maybe is there's like a overall feeling for the month of March for you and the situation that you're going to be resolving. That's how I should say it. So I think whatever is going on, you might feel either stuck in something and it's making you angry and you need to break free, or you're angry and you feel like you're holding it in. Like maybe somebody did something bad to you or really upset you, whatever they did, and you want to say something to them, but you're holding it in and you're letting it fester. So those are the two scenarios. Everybody's going to be different. Tarot is not cookie cutter for anybody. It's just take what works for you. So, and I think this could potentially be putting you into this victim mentality almost. So I think by you breaking free of this and being able to clear it out, because this was about clarity too, this card. So you might need to be clearing it out and just kind of moving forward. And I think that's what you're going to be doing. And this energy, or this one, she was kind of, because she was about emotional intimacy. So I wonder if this represents somebody new coming in. Because even the Queen of Pentacles over here, she's all about that emotional intimacy. Like she is the provider and the nurturer. She's everything. So I wonder if actually she is more of this figure, whoever either is coming in for you, or this could be somebody that just all of a sudden starts taking this role for you. If you're going through something, they're just there, that supportive shoulder to cry on or something. So that's very interesting, because this one definitely could be connected with this one too. And if this is about anger and kind of feeling you were done wrong in a sense, this practical patience would then make sense, because things don't get fixed overnight. A lot of times it takes a long time to, emotionally clear that stuff out. And you have these two cards of emotions as well. So I think up here is you're deciding to take action on whatever it is. Something major happened where you're moving on. There's something dead, done, and over with, and you're moving on. And then emotionally, you need to find something better. So, and I think like there will be some type of either somebody kind of in that nurturing role for you, and you're just gonna have to be patient. It's gonna take time, but I think it's gonna definitely be okay. And maybe part of that with this trick or treat, because this is like a duality as well. Anger and chains is like a duality, but to me, the trick or treat, because I love Halloween. Obviously, if you see something in these cards that resonates better for you, always trust your gut, because sometimes I think like things are there to like speak to you in different ways, and so however it is, you do what you ever need, whatever way works for you. But to me, trick or treat is always like, because it's mischief in play, so it's kind of like a little like mischievous, but usually it's nothing like super bad, it's silly or something like toilet paper, eggs, or something. But I think it might be saying that you need to kind of like connect a little bit to something a little bit lighter. To me, that's what I feel like that is. But I always love Halloween and trick-or-treating, so I'll never see it as anything. Okay, so let me continue. Okay, so let me do... Oh yeah, before I go on, okay, think of a question we will ask the Magic 8 Ball. Think of whatever question for the month of March, Capricorn. So we'll ask the Magic 8 Ball in a minute, but let's do your fortune cookie. Okay, we need one. Oh, this one came out. Oh my God, this one came out right away. So this one wanted to talk to me right away and it came out. It's a change. A change of residence, partner, career, or job is on the cards. You're restless and in need of change, and that's exactly what's coming your way. Oh my God, because this is about movement as well, obviously. So yeah, you take that however it works, but it's saying change. Okay, you got a lot of stuff going on here, and it's saying change. So this anger and all this stuff could really be with maybe it was a relationship that's not working out quite the way you anticipated, but I think whatever this is, because the way this is, it's super like almost like, I feel like it's almost like you in a sense. You're making these decisions. So I feel like that you are the one who's facilitating this. So I think whatever change is happening, I feel like it's because maybe you've had enough and it's time to go. So I feel like it's more of a you type of situation. And then you wind up more of like a stable time or stable at the end of the month. Okay, let me do your love oracles. Let's see what these have to say for you. Okay, this one came out. Ooh, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So if this was about somebody that you were in a relationship with, and if it didn't go well and you might be having some regrets, well, this is saying that there's no right or wrong. It's just a learning lesson, and you kind of learn, and maybe you'll do things different next time, or maybe somebody better's out there for you next time, you know? Okay, so let's see what else we have for you. Let's do your romance angels. Okay. And I feel like this doesn't have to just be for love. I feel like this one, it really could be, let's say you have a business or something and it's not working out, or if you're a student and you're deciding that your major is just like, oh, it's just not working out. I feel like it's saying, and if you feel, oh, I failed or something, or I didn't do this well, there's no right or wrong. You're just learning from it. So every choice you make, it's just understanding yourself. It's understanding how you react to things. So don't take it as like a negative if something didn't quite work out. It's just you're putting all that knowledge you gained into your little invisible toolbox, which is going to be huge by the time you get really old. So here we go. Let's go Angel Oracles. Angel Oracle card, please. Okay, so this one came out. Oh, okay, so you know what? This one jumped out, but this one jumped out. So you know what? All three of these, I'm going to take all, because this one was, okay. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart and... It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And I feel like that's going with her, because she was talking about stuff like that, about receiving and being close to people. And then retreat is time to disconnect from the world. So I feel like that could be kind of like what's going on over here a little bit with this guy. He's leaving. Maybe he's taking some time. But then this one, you got finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So that also, for some of you, obviously you take things with how they go. But some of you, it could be... like this anger and chains also could be, to me, is this really could be tied to finances as well, because you're always like chained to money in a sense. Like we're all chained to money. So, and it could be frustrating if you have a business that's having a little bit, or your work, they're struggling, maybe they're laying people off. Like that's all emotional and it's tied to that. But I do think, because you have this one at the end, I think it's going to be okay. I think you're going to figure it out, and you're going to be in a more of like comfortable position, even if it's just steady, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes things, you know, you don't like win the lottery just like all of a sudden, but you'll be in that kind of, okay, well, I'm okay position. So let's do your inspirational quotes. Okay, one card for my Capricorns, please. One card for my Capricorns. Okay, you guys got, oh, your life is your story. Write well, edit often. That one's been coming out a lot. But I think that's fantastic. I think this is saying, you know, things are not perfect all the time. Nothing's ever perfect. It's not perfect. There was always some shenanigans that come. I don't think anybody that's ever lived has had like a perfect life. I don't even think it's possible. So you just have to edit what doesn't work for you. Just leave it behind. Like this guy is like, you know, he's editing here. He's like, I'm not happy. I'm out. He's editing. Okay, so now let's do your food fortune. Let's find out what dish, what spirit of the dish shall be with you guys in your quest, March 2022. Let's see. Let's see for you guys, Capricorn. What spirit of the dish is going to be with the Capricorns? Okay, so you got the burrito, okay? That sounds delicious. Okay, so you got the burrito. And then, let me just we're going to pull a stone. Let's see what stone. Oh, who wants to come out? Oh, you got clarity. And you had clarity over here too. This was about clarity too. And I feel like because he's very decisive, so I feel like he has a clear head as well. Oh, so clarity is going to be important for you. Because sometimes the emotions here, it could be clogging it up. But I don't feel like you're going to be clogged up. I feel like you guys really know what you want. I feel like you guys really know. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so you got V, E, N, D, N, Y, F, W, S, M, 8, 7, 5, 4, 6. And now, no time to wait for, or what would you say? I don't know. Now it's the time for what you've been waiting for. That's what I've meant to say. Okay, everybody. Okay, my Capricorns. Think of the question. Here we go. Oh, mystical, magical 8-ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Capricorn's March 2022 question? My reply is no. The 8-ball, the magic 8-ball has spoken. So he says no. So anyway, Capricorns, I hope you have a wonderful March. I hope you enjoyed this video. And just remember, you are the master of your own destiny. So go out and create whatever life you want to have. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.